I truly believe this team is going to go 2-0 in the second week of the CDL. Teams like the Seattle Surge, Atlanta FaZe, and London Royal Ravens are looking to stay undefeated. And on the other side of that, the struggling teams in New York Subliners and Paris Legion, they're hoping just to get their first win of the Vanguard season. What's going on, everybody? The second week of the CDL is happening this weekend. So you already know what time it is. I got to do my pickups. I'm going to do my best to go undefeated, and I want to know what your guys' predictions are as well. So let me know in the comment section below. But let's get into it. All right, guys, the first match on Friday. This is a big one. I'm gonna be honest, this is a big one for both teams. We have the Paris Legion going up against the Boston Breach. When you look on the side of Boston, they have yet to win a hard point in the CDL. I think Paris can sneak this series out if they can win both hard points. Is the reality of it that they are going to win both hard points? I don't think so. So I personally have Boston Breach winning this series. I think it's going to be a 3-1. No, you know what? I think it's going to be a 3-2. Moving on to the second match, guys, we have the Seattle Surge versus the Minnesota Rokkr, and this is going to be a tough one for Minnesota. It's no secret that Seattle is one of, if not the best team currently in Vanguard. Their hard point is solid so far, sitting at 2-1. Their S&D looks flawless, sitting at a perfect 3-0, and their control is not bad either. Minnesota is always kind of been known for their S&D. It's just if their respawns can get consistent enough to where they can have the S&Ds carry them through. But unless Minnesota can somehow sneak out both S&Ds, you know, maybe we get a couple 6-5s and it goes down to the wire. I just don't think their respawn's not where it needs to be to really go head to head with a team like Seattle Surge. Seattle Surge is one of my favorite teams at the moment. I love all the players on the team. I love just the overall makeup of their team. And I want to kind of, you know, keep seeing them ride this momentum that they're on. So I think they will win this series 3-1. And then for the last matchup on Friday, guys, we have the Los Angeles Guerrillas going up against the Toronto Ultra. Now, hear me out, because many of you guys out there are probably like, oh, this is going to be easy for Toronto. Toronto do look very good. LAG looks inconsistent as ever. LAG are currently undefeated in hardpoint. Even though they're 1-1, okay, in the league so far, they are a perfect 4-0 in hardpoints. Now, Toronto Ultra, like I said, they've only played one series, and they're currently sitting 1-1. And they did go up against Seattle, which is another top team in the game. But even when Toronto Ultra was as successful and as dominant as they were in Vanguard, their S&D was, you know, cream of the crop, the best of the best. And while their respawn wasn't horrible, their hardpoint was probably their weakest mode. You know, it was really S&D control and then hardpoint in that order. So LAG have a chance here. They have a chance to get some maps, especially if they take that first map off Toronto. Who knows if they're going to, you know, gain some momentum from that and maybe finally click for a whole series. Should I go with an upset? No, I can't. I think this is going to be a close series, though. I think LAG looked a lot better in their second match last week. But I think Toronto Ultra are they want to get their first win. And then we have another good series on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. We have the London Royal Ravens going up against the Minnesota Rokkr, first match of Saturday. London looked good. Minnesota, they look solid. I mean, they beat an OpTic team, you know, that I personally thought that there wasn't a shot in hell that they were going to beat them, but they did win both S&Ds, okay? And we kind of know what the Minnesota Rokkr is about. But so far, London look very good in every game mode. They're 2-1 in hardpoint, 2-1 in S&D, and 2-0 in control, which leads me to believe that London is going to take this series. I do have London winning this 3-1, unfortunately for Minnesota, but what can you do? And, you know, hopefully they prove me wrong, because I love all the dudes on Minnesota as well. I want to see them succeed. I need to see more from them before I could really get on the Minnesota Rokkr train. And then the match that all the OpTic fans are waiting for. It is OpTic versus the Legion. This is a series that OpTic has to win. When you're a great team, you are supposed to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. This is a series that they can win. They can kind of get that momentum back. They can build their confidence moving forward. because I know it sucks, man. Nothing's worse than losing round 11 in game 5. I think OpTic get their confidence back with this. This is a good matchup for them. Not the best for Paris, but you know, what are you going to do? I hope they make it competitive at least. So anyways, though, let's move on to another interesting match we have on Saturday. It's the Boston Breach versus the Atlanta FaZe. And this is a tough draw for Boston, okay? Because the teams don't all play each other. You know, it's kind of randomized or however the CDL says they do it. But they had to play Atlanta FaZe. We all know how good Atlanta FaZe is from top to bottom. And Boston's really their bread and butter so far is their S&D. Well, guess what? The Atlanta FaZe are also undefeated in S&D right now. They're currently sitting at 3-0. So while do I think Boston can take a search and destroy off them? Yeah, without a doubt. But when you're looking at it in the series format, they're still going to have to take some respawns. I just don't see it happening. The Atlanta FaZe are going to win 3-0, in my opinion. And then the last match on Saturday, we have Florida Mutineers versus the Los Angeles Thieves. And I have the same exact feelings for LAT as I do OpTic with this series. I think this is a great series for them. Now, they've only played one series so far in week 1. It was against the Atlanta FaZe. They had moments where they looked good, and then they had some moments where they didn't seem like they were on the same page, and they were getting outplayed. Simple as that. But the good news for the Los Angeles Thieves is Florida's currently sitting at 0-2 when it comes to S&D. I do think it'll be a 3-1. But I'm hoping LAT, they come out swinging. They get their first win of the Vanguard season, you know, and everything's gelling. I hope it's a good, clean series for LAT. I truly do. And last but not least, we got 3 matches on Super Bowl Sunday, which is tragic because I don't even know when the Super Bowl starts. I have a feeling it might start in the LAT NYSL series. But anyways, the first match of Sunday, we had the Los Angeles Guerrillas going up against London Royal Ravens. Now, they're trying to stay undefeated. If they can beat LAG, because I have them already beating Minnesota the day prior, they're 4-0. They're 4-0. They're for sure in winner's bracket. And they have a very good chance of locking up a #1 seed. I don't even know how it works, but you got to think you're undefeated. You got a good shot at locking up #1. And while I do think London looked very good, and I want to keep seeing them improve, there's got to be an upset somewhere. You know what I'm saying? There has to be. I made the mistake last week. I didn't really have, I think I had like one upset, and I went 4-6. So I think this is where the upset does happen. I think LAG win both hard points, and it goes back and forth. LAG clutches up though and wins the S&D. That's my predictions. I have them win this series. That is the one upset. And for Florida Mutineers and Toronto Ultra, dude, I'm a Toronto Ultra stan. I'll be the one to say it. Okay, I'll be the one to say it. I think they're disgusting. I think this week is big for them. They have 2 matches that they should win to make them 2-1 at the end of the second week of the CDL. I think they're going to do it. And that leaves us with the last match, Los Angeles Thieves versus the New York Subliners. And you probably saw in the intro, I said, I truly believe this team's going to go 2-0 this week. And you can probably guess who I think it is. It's going to be Los Angeles Thieves. NYSL don't look good. Is there a possibility that they kind of upset LAT? Yeah, they have Crim and Clay on their team. Anything is possible. But I think right now, it's night and day. I have LAT winning the series 3-1, meaning that LAT will go 2-0 in the week. I got my fingers crossed.